Hello, hello. Welcome to another great episode of All in Person by Xtag. And today I'm super excited to have a dear friend that I met during COVID. Um, I couldn't express how much I appreciate this guy, JR Treto, Director of Event Planning in the College Board. JR, thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh, Elad, thank you so much for having me. And the sentiment is the same, a great friend. And I'm so happy we've met and have stayed connected. And congratulations on all your success.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Likewise, I just saw the LinkedIn post on your last in person events and it
Yeah,
looks amazing. We won't focus on that specifically today because it's all there. So I recommend all of you to follow JR on LinkedIn and see what they did for their in person event. It looks amazing. So, congratulations as well
thank
for
you.
that. And let's cut to the chase and jump into it. JR, I have some great questions for you. And you remember in all in person, we're doing things quick, cut the fluff, like cut to the chase. And
Yes,
JR is an amazing guy to do that because you're like that. You're just, let's do it, let's focus on what's important. So we'll try to do it today and just jump into it talking about venues. I know your experience.
yes.
And when you're walking into a venue and in a site visit and you try to think if this is the right place for you, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Sure. I would say flow. And the context here is that by the time we're doing some site visits, we have really narrowed down kind of where we're thinking where we're going, right? So we're narrowing down to 2 to 3 venues. And so I know there's going to be constraints, but I look for flow. How will people naturally move through the space from the moment that they arrive? So from the attendee's perspective, they arrive, there's registration, there are going to be movement through the sessions, we have networking areas, we have our activations. Also, how are folks going from floor to floor or from different areas in the space to the restroom? So I really try to focus on the attendee perspective and experience. And also knowing that sometimes the layout is not going to be conducive and that it's not going to be as seamless as we want. So then how are we going to troubleshoot and how are we going to address that with what we're on site? Because as we know, flow does impact the entire experience. And then I also look at it from other logistical elements. And usually my AV partner is there on site who's looking at load in and the power and the power sources, the ballroom ceiling heights, right? But also we have someone on our team that's looking at signage opportunities, and so there's multiple viewpoints that are happening, and I think that's also important because I can be very focused on one thing and see it as a constraint, but someone's like, no, that's an opportunity. We can really adjust, and so it's important for us to have the team, as I was mentioning, that can look at a venue from different perspectives and lenses. And then what I may see as a challenge, someone else sees it as an opportunity. And then together on site, we can troubleshoot and come up with a plan of action. And so to me, it's all about creating a really seamless, engaging environment from start to finish, as much as we can, given the constraints that we have.
Sounds like a plan, and I totally can understand the teamwork. Like you cannot know everything on your own, especially we're talking about large events, large gatherings that you have. So you have the team to make it happen, and I'm happy that you do that. That's great. And you talked about the flow. That's super important. I think I'm not sure everyone is looking at that. And as someone providing the on-site badge printing, I
Mhm.
see a lot of times where you can tell people did not think about that. All right, that was super interesting. And diving right into the next question, JR, are you ready?
Yes.
So, we talked about venues, and you mentioned the AV vendor there. And I'm curious for vendors, let's try to help them a little bit with you. What do they need to know about you that might help them to win a deal with you?
Oh my gosh, give me everything for free. No, I'm kidding.
They can try.
No, yeah. I would say that I really wish vendors knew how much myself, and I would say others in my role, value proactive communication and flexibility and being viewed more than just a transaction. And also for them to be able to take the time to understand our event's bigger goals. We have, a lot of bigger goals and an ROI on our end that we must meet. And so I think if they took the time to just understand a little bit, um, it helps them align their services uh, in a much more impactful way where it is collaborative. I value partnership and collaboration, and the more the more we start the relationship and from that perspective rather than transactional, I think benefits all of us, that we're just not a contract. And also, once an example is once we transition, say, to we're working together with my AV team or working with the event manager on site at a hotel, I want to be informed of if something's not going to go right immediately. Like, be proactive and share instead of surprising me later. Where, if we knew early on there was issues, we can come together, we can troubleshoot, and then we can pivot together. And so for me, it is about building a partnership. And I think if we come at it from that perspective, I think then we're both on both sides, really, meeting our goals and what we're trying to achieve.
Sounds sounds very helpful to the vendors, and I appreciate that because this is events, right? We're on site together. We're working for one goal of the moment of truth. It's one event that you need to show up. You have your goals, and the vendor is here to help you to achieve them.
Yes.
And it's I feel that as well with my clients. It's way more than just a transaction, as you said. It's like a connection you build, you understand their needs, and you try to help. And yeah, I can connect a lot to what you just mentioned. Cool, thanks. So moving to the last question of the longer answers. Okay, and then we have a rapid chat. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
So now let's talk a little bit about tech stack. What frustrates you? You talked a little bit about AV and issues and stuff like that, but really, when you're thinking about the whole, it's more than AV, obviously, in an
Mhm,
event.
mhm.
What frustrates you with tech stack?
I would say integration, or the lack of integration with anything. I
Mhm.
would say we all work to create amazing events using a lot of different platforms. We have registration, we have the mobile app, we have our project management tools. We have the meeting, the virtual meeting platform. So it's everything, but everything is separate. And so getting everything to talk to each other is very frustrating, and nothing integrates it well. And then within that is the fact that, like, I'm spending so much time doing more manual workarounds. And so it would be really nice to have a cohesive integrated platform. And an example is, for 2 years now, we've been working to build a dashboard that has all this data information in it. But we're still like at level zero, because I have spreadsheets with information, Word documents with information, project management tools with this information. So it's really hard to get everything aligned. The other piece that frustrates me, which I think is really important, is AI. It's great. I love AI, but I think within the industry, we haven't really conceptualized what AI looks like for our industry. And an example is, I've gone to a few internet conferences, and I always prioritize going to an AI session. And the biggest frustration is, what they're talking about isn't AI. They're talking about tools like project management tools or spreadsheets or other data collection tools. That's not AI, right? So I think as an industry, we're still trying to figure out what AI is and how it's going to help us do our jobs better within the industry. And so I think there's an opportunity there, and I'm excited to see where it goes, and hopefully I can contribute to that. But I don't think we're there yet.
Super interesting. And I post a lot about AI lately. I think that's a crazy revolution, and we will see how it impacts the event industry
Yeah,
specifically. I agree with you for sure. We're not there yet. We don't even understand what it can help. People try, but I think,
correct.
and also for integration that you said, I'm sure that AI tools will be able to help you to integrate things together, but we're not there yet. I think we will be there pretty soon, though, because with AI, what looks like it will be like 5 years from now, when you think in an old development,
Agreed.
now it's like 1 year. It's like everything is way quicker and super interesting, and the opportunity is huge, as you said.
Yeah, and I'm very excited for it. I really am excited
Yeah,
to see what comes out of it.
amazing. All right, JR, we are going to the rapid chat, and I need to know if you are ready for that.
1 minute. Let's do this.
All right, so we're diving right into it, and I'm starting the clock. And one, two, three, go. 24 hours before the show starts. Scale of 1 to 10, how stressful you are.
8.
Okay, not bad. Live streaming of the event. Must have or overrated?
Overrated.
Interesting. Cool. Most stressful moment. Move in or show open?
Oh, move in.
Okay. Your event day snack of choice.
Uh, red vines. I live for candy.
Okay. Coffee or energy drinks to survive the day?
Both coffee in the morning, energy drinks in the evening.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. Favorite city for a venue?
Oh wow. San Diego.
Nice. Okay, and last one, union or non-union?
Non-union.
All right, we are done. Amazing.
That was fun.
Yeah, yeah, this is exactly what I'm trying to do here. So, JR, I couldn't explain what it means to me that you are here. I super appreciate you. You know that, and I'm so happy that we met about 5 years ago and kept in
I know.
touch, and keep doing an amazing job in the college board, and have all the team with you and lead them to success. And yeah, it was super fun, and I hope that we can still keep in touch and be great peers and friends.
Absolutely. This was so fun. You made it fun, and like you said, it moves fast as what our attendees want, right? We want to like not spend a lot of time, but I agree with you. I also super grateful that I met you 5 years ago, and that we remain in touch and friends. And the goal is to always continue to push and elevate the industry, but also push and elevate each other. And so proud of everything that you've done.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Have a great weekend, and I wish you all nothing but the best, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.